Ladies and gents, hello and welcome. My name, of course, is Open Potato. This is Minecraft. Welcome back. It's the Wholesome Boys. Wholesome Boys are back in town. Wholesome Boys are back in the smeltery. How's it going? How's it going, wholesome fellas?
I have a question.
All right, hit me.
I just realized. Do you have a skin on?
Oh, I do actually. Yeah.
Underneath that hat? Do you actually have a skin?
I actually do.
Do we have to rebrand the thumbnails?
I actually
no, honestly,
do.
it makes it. Okay, your hat is still covering up the face entirely, but it looks like an astronaut outfit.
Hold up.
An astronaut outfit with the potato in the middle.
There we go. Somebody made it. Somebody made it for me.
I love it.
He's pretty good. Pretty nifty.
It's great.
Anyway, yeah, welcome back, everyone.
It's like a mix between like a Snuggie and a double-breasted suit. It very much suits you.
Thank
It kind
you.
of looks like they locked George W. Bush in a refrigerator, but
What? I definitely don't see that. But okay.
The abominable snowbush.
That is quite a comment, actually. That's it's interesting.
it's a compliment.
It's a thing, that's for sure. Anyway, yeah,
man.
there's been a couple of changes since we last wholesomed it up on the server. Chief amongst them is that everywhere that is anywhere should now have a crafting grid. So, for example, there's a crafting grid here over in the smeltery, which is quite nice. There's one over in the factory, and then there's one in the sort of like main central computer storage room, which was there since last time. There's also a couple of pattern grids around, but I don't actually know what pattern grids do. But maybe you'll be able to take that one forward, Alexa, on some level.
I can
not.
mess with those.
Okay, all right. Yeah, so that's that. That is one thing that I've changed because I made a few adjustments. I've not really changed anything that's like crucial to the central story. I just basically tried to get a bunch more resources. So if you guys wanna follow me, then we can all go take a trip down to what is another really exciting area.
We're gonna go in your manhole.
You can, I mean, all right. You said it. You said it.
I think one of my favorite sounds in this universe is Orbital getting flustered.
That's,
Look,
All
it
right.
happened again.
how do I get to my manhole?
It's right here.
All right.
I feel like you should know more than me.
I feel like that's also true. All right, everyone down my manhole as quick as you can. Up two.
Yeah, it's gonna be a second.
All right. This is the manhole. This is the access shaft to all things resource intensive.
First
Right?
your manhole, now your shaft.
It's pretty long actually.
You're damn right.
Wow, look at that.
Goes all the way down here, right? And
Okay.
you will note that there is a cable running along the length of it, which is no mean feat, in fact.
Oh, what the?
Yep.
It only gets better in a second.
Yeah. So this is an operation that I undertook in order to try and ascertain the wholesome boys a few more resources. The whole idea is that there is a quarry here which runs off coal. More on that in a minute. Runs on coal.
Ascertain some more resources?
Yes. Do you not like to ascertain more resources? Is that
To
not a
make
thing?
sure of more resources.
Yeah.
Not to acquire them.
No. Ascertain. Well.
What the
Ascertain
hell
lo-
is this?
Anyway, so
I'm dead.
Oh
I bounce.
my god.
so
Yeah.
So yeah, what you're seeing out there, that is the old quarry. So that is a quarry that I dug more just as a test actually. But now
It's a test shaft.
it's a test shaft actually, yeah. And it's quite a bit deeper. I didn't have my boots on because I took my clothes off to show you how I looked. You jerk.
It's the long con. Here, I'll jump down
No.
too. I'll take off my boots.
I took my clothes off to show you how I looked.
Look, he just had to take his clothes off to show us his manhole and shaft. This is obvious. Everyone knows.
Anyway, the point is,
boys.
the point is, wholesome boys, that this is the quarry, and this
I like
is
your chat.
this. Thank you. I like it too, actually. I am partial to a bit of it from time to time. And I come down here fairly regularly, actually, just to check on how things are going, which was all very well and good. However, there is a thing with the mod, as far as I understand it, with the Buildcraft mod, in this version anyway, that keeps the quarry loaded even when there's nobody on the server. So, for that reason and a variety of other reasons, we basically don't have any coal now because the quarry burned through all the coal, and I'm really sorry, but we don't have any coal. I blame Rhapsody.
And while that, yeah, I mean, I also blame Rhapsody, but while that seems like it's a bad thing, I'm gonna be real. All it does is kind of like gives us something to do in this video, because we can basically make another little small factory building and just create a charcoal processing plant. And charcoal is basically the same as coal, so we basically just have to make a tree farm, pipe the logs over to a furnace, and then boom, charcoal.
Sweet.
So it's not going to be that hard at all.
Yeah. But yeah, that should give us practically an infinite amount of resources. Certainly like cobblestone and dirt and all that, as well as like a bunch of extra like ores and stuff to faff around with. It should be good, actually. It should be really good. I also yeah, sorry. No, please.
How are these dug out?
It's a mod. It's a quarry mod. It's literally one block which manages the entire operation.
Yeah.
Right. Got it.
And I mean, if you want to come in here, I can show you.
Yeah, he's a digging because there's coal in the thing.
Bounce. Oh, right. I'll use that to get up.
It's
Yeah,
taking a long
I
time.
can show you the.
I've been at it for minutes.
I can show
I'm
you
gonna get
guys
up the easy way.
I can show you guys the other entrance to the shaft. It's the back door if you'd like.
Yeah. Where's it at?
It's just up here. As soon as you get up to the top, I'll.
I'm working on it. I'm just
All right.
trying not to drown. I guess I could just teleport to you, but at this
No.
point, it's the sunk cost fallacy. I mean, it's got to be more worth it to slowly get up this waterfall, right? Like, the reward has to feel quite amazing.
Hey, Orbital, these 3 cables that are just like, I don't know how to describe them. I don't think we need these, but I'm gonna leave them there because I half of the wiring you have at this point, it alarms me, so I don't even want to begin to try to understand.
Be very careful.
Yeah. I'll show you what I'm talking about in a second.
All right. There you go, Rito. Oh, sorry.
Hero.
There you go.
The quarry is sick.
It's good.
though.
It's good.
That is super cool.
Yeah. Part of the logistics problem was that the power that the quarry runs on is not the power that we're producing from the oil. So it's basically an entirely different setup. It's a big old faff, but it's fine. It works. Oh my god.
Every time. Oh, Rhapsody
jerk.
got deleted.
Oh no.
Did I? What?
It says Rhapsody Plays has left the game.
Yeah.
Oh.
News to
Well.
news to me.
I thought that you and Orbital were just standing still for some reason.
Oh no. No, we usually do that, but not today.
Orbital, these 3 cables right here.
Oh,
these
yeah, they can be removed. Yeah, they were just
Okay.
they were just misplaced.
All right.
Oh, nice. I got an achievement for you hitting that.
Dude, achievement hunter.
Oh my god. I was thinking of starting a channel called Achievement Hunter.
He's too
Huh.
good. All right. So, I suppose we have one thing to do today, which is making a tree farm that infinitely produces charcoal, so we can infinitely mine out the entire bottom of our world.
Yes.
And then whatever the hell else we were doing.
I'm
Yeah.
politely waiting for Rhapsody to come and visit me, but
Sorry, I thought y'all would have left me behind in the meantime.
No.
So
No.
Nah, we're chilling in
This way.
Orbital's manhole.
Back door's this way. I made a little shrine to my back
arena?
door here, so you can always tell where it is.
Yes, you are exactly right, Rito. And it's a fight.
Is it in a battle arena?
Yes.
Don't you think?
Yes.
You and me, Alexa. You and me.
Yep.
So,
Right
Yep.
now.
I just have to clear out the creepers who want to kill me. Okay, let me get to full health.
This is
What?
the-
No,
You have a
can't
better
do that.
sword.
I don't. You can. Okay, fine.
I can give you some rotten flesh to get to full health.
This is the block in the center. You see
nice
that, Rhapsody?
trap.
That's the
Mhm.
the block that manages this whole like gridded structure and the automated mining. So you set like landmarks in the corners of where you want to dig, and then it sort of auto builds. It
Alright.
auto builds this grid structure and then just mines it out. So these engines are the things that are powering it, the Stirling engines, with the coal, and they basically run infinitely. This setup that you're seeing around here was like for me to try and mitigate against that with like a. If we ever dropped below 1,000 coal, then it would turn off the supply to the Stirling engines. But yeah, it didn't really work. It's fine. But anyway, yeah. So that's the setup. That's the setup that we got going on. It just sort of handles
Neat.
itself. Yeah.
well, all right. How do we split the charcoal factory up
Oh, I
into
lagged. you hit me. My
roles
game
for each of us to play?
froze.
We're gonna need a tree farm,
Mhm.
which I'm gonna die. No.
Oh! Who's next? I'm at 2 HP. No, don't nobody touch me. No,
Raz,
I'm-
we can set it up very, very similar to how we did the wheat farm.
Mhm.
Oh my god.
But we just, instead of making it a crop farm, we make it a tree farm. And then we
Okay.
can just pipe stuff out, similar to that. We can make a, like, I don't know, we should put it in a specific area where it will, like, look nice, right? I'm starting to really want to make Chet look good. Because we're, like, whether or not we want to believe it, we are actually nearing the point where we could just build the brewery and end the series. Like,
What if I
it's
told
very,
you we
very
kind of
close.
could have done that right away?
Yeah.
I mean, but, like-
we could have just built a building and like.
It is true.
The real brewery is the friends we made along the way.
Though that's exactly it.
The real brewery is the friends we started with and lost along the way.
That's also true. But
I've-
to have automated tanks of alcohol forever, we're significantly closer to that than you think.
Mm-hmm.
What
So
are we
I wanna
gonna?
make things look good.
Are we gonna have like a pub on site to
Oh,
allow
yeah.
to allow customers to taste our product?
Absolutely.
Okay.
I
then
think that
here's-
I think the tavern should just be the brewery. It should be a massive building here in this area. That it's kind of like right next to the B building, but so that you have like a nice view of the B building and the honey is being pumped straight from the B building into the brewery. But like the back end of the brewery is, you know how when you go to like a really nice brewery and they have like the glass window where you see all the like tanks of whatever just doing their thing and it looks all like classy, and we could have
Sure.
like all of the we could have all of the behind the scenes work like behind a glass wall and then have tastings for the customers.
I think we should build an Eiffel Tower.
I am confused.
Well, I mean, I just think it would be a pretty cool concept piece, you know?
Just to have an Eiffel Tower in Chet.
Yeah.
I think it's already been done.
Well, I mean, we can call it the Chet Tower or something different.
I am down to make a
just change
big
the
tower
tower.
known as Chet Tower. I don't think we should copy the Eiffel Tower.
Why not?
I mean, there's
I-
only one Eiffel Tower.
Do you think the Eiffel Tower?
Well,
is
it's
copyrighted?
actually
There's
not
two.
There's,
There's one
yeah,
in
there's
Vegas.
The design for the Eiffel Tower almost certainly is copyrighted.
Well, then
Hold
let's not
up.
do it.
No, 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 no. This is actually a very,
wanna be
very
s- you- I
technical
wanna be
thing.
sued by the Eiffel Tower?
the Eiffel Tower has Creative Commons. No worry.
Look, okay, you joke about that, right? But you cannot take photos of the Eiffel Tower when it's lit, right?
Mm-hmm.
So that because that is like a
differ.
no. Okay, yeah. I mean, you can
go
take
on
personal
Google and
photos.
I could go
Yeah,
on Google
yeah,
and
yeah,
search
yeah, yeah.
Eiffel Tower lit, and there's gonna be a billion of them.
Well, I mean, yeah, totally, right? But
I look at lit up pictures of the Eiffel Tower on the dark web.
That's the only reason I have Tor installed. I promise.
Sorry.
you guys are just jerking me around here. You know
No.
the truth. You know the truth,
I-
and you don't.
I recognize you're about to tell us a very interesting story here, Orbital, because you would have heard it on like I don't know what's the guy who does the blonde guy who does the videos about the interesting subjects. That's the worst.
The blonde guy who does the
reference.
interesting things.
Tom Scott.
about-
Tom Scott.
I'm not blonde, Rhapsody.
Sorry, that's my bad. Thought Rita was blonde. No, but what is the actual reason behind it? Is it because there was a copyrighted image of it lit up?
I don't know. It's like I think the lights are still. I don't know. They still are protected by some. I don't actually know. You know, the more that I say it, the more I realize that I have absolutely no authority to explain in any competent way the story behind the reasoning to you guys. So
So we
Me
accidentally
every
screwed you by
time
getting you out of having to tell it.
yeah, I know, but
Yeah,
then you
I-
just
why do I
dragged me
feel
back
like
down.
this is
So
the third time
I
this
mean,
has
it's all
happened in the
good.
Minecraft series is that we saved you and you tried to go back to a story that you didn't actually want to tell. You're so content with telling the story that you don't even know if you want to.
right. There is
Well, if
something.
you had to make it up, Orbital, if you had to make it up and pretend that it was for sure, if you had to make up the reason, what would it be?
So Orbital, what about the Eiffel Tower? What about the lit Eiffel Tower? Is something that can't be taken photos of, Orbital?
Well, they made a documentary about it actually. It's called Tomorrowland. It stars George Clooney and Hugh Laurie. And the Eiffel Tower takes off into a spaceship which takes you to Tomorrowland. And I actually think that that's a pretty reasonable reason as to why you're not able to take photos in case
Because Disney.
in case the photovoltaic panels in
something like that.
your phone trigger the launch sequence or whatever.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, I'm
it's-
following it all.
I get it. George Clooney.
Yeah,
Got a
Hugh
great
Laurie.
voice.
And Hugh Laurie.
Hugh does have a great voice. He sings
You
on jazz
lost-
albums as well.
You lost me.
He sings on his own jazz
I'm back
albums.
on.
I know. Alexa, so about making the tree farm. So the previous farm is running off of just random seeds. What is tree seeds? Because I have all of the farm blocks already, so we can set this up at any point. I just need to know what
Cool.
resource.
Saplings.
Right.
Those are indeed tree seeds. And we could probably just do oak. We have 110 of them.
Oh,
so-
Rhapsody. It's E for your inventory, by the way, just in case you want to open it at any time during this
I
episode.
still haven't opened that in this episode at all, and I refuse to, frankly.
Orbital, did you hook the grid or whatever up to this chest too, or is this chest not working? Is this process not working?
No. Do you need? What do you need? Do you need me to help?
I'm just I'm confused because I thought there should be a hell of a lot of milk and eggs in here. There's not.
Maybe it was connected up. Maybe it is
we,
connected up.
we might have emptied it
I
just because
doubt
we went
that.
on
You
a,
also
we went on a
lost a
I don't
lot
know.
of
Raps and I
animals.
went on a rampage of literally emptying like every chest on the server into the.
Oh yeah. That.
okay.
Yeah.
Also,
on.
it would make sense that it's pretty empty because all the animals have slowly
Here.
been getting killed.
Here. There you go. Hold on. Can you be milked? Is there milk, Rita?
I think you need to. There should be.
Is there milk in the thing now?
Nope.
No.
But that's okay.
Yeah, there is. What are you talking about? What are
I
you
put it-
talking about? You put it
I
there.
did that. That was me. I did the milking.
You milked it manually.
I milk it manually.
Boy, this is
All
gonna
right.
be
Alexa.
interesting. This is gonna be an interesting podcast episode for whoever decides to not watch the video.
Hey, wait. Oh, did you?
Uh,
Hey, hold on. Did you just did you double milk
I did not
manually
do-
back to
I
back?
did not double milk.
You
I
didn't?
Did not. No.
You
I did
didn't
not
double milk it?
I didn't double milk manually back to back. That was.
Alexa.
That was
I have items for you.
Why are you killing the
it
animals, by the
Farm
way?
gearbox, farm hatch, farm valve.
I'm not.
Okay.
It's the machine.
Okay, why is the
Farm
machine
block.
here?
Okay, you need to repick all that up.
I don't
first.
know. It's the-
Okay.
I'm gonna dump a lot of my inventory into the matrix, and then we're gonna go find a nice, heartwarming spot to put this. I'm not necessarily against right here if you're not, Raps.
Not necessarily against right. Hang on, I'm just coming out.
Do you need any, like, I don't know,
Zoning permissions?
motivating speakers? I was about to say, but also that.
I would love a zoning permit for where we should be putting an automated tree farm orbital.
I mean, I guess like out the back of the factory somewhere, right?
Somewhere over here.
Yeah.
Also, what is this?
That is coal essence. I tried to grow coal because I was so desperate to not get ejected from the Wholesome boys.
Whoa! There's a diamond block down here.
Yeah, I also made that.
Why? Why is there?
It's a diamond planter. I was trying to auto grow coal. I was so desperate, and it didn't work, which is why I had to fess up, obviously.
Okay. that is a thing for sure.
That's cool.
Okay. Raps, I'm gonna get some stone brick that we need for this.
That sounds like a good. Wait, hang on. Do you need the stone brick over the farm blocks?
Yes.
Okay, because I thought it was stone brick into farm
Orbital.
blocks for this.
You want me to
Damn, narrator.
I've been holding on to this bat orbital for about 15 episodes, but I need to empty out my golden lasso,
Okay.
and I just can't do it alone.
All right.
You ready to say goodbye to him with me?
Totally.
I feel like we should. I feel like we should all be there for this.
Okay, everyone get over here. 2,000 feet overhead.
I was gonna go
on to him.
to reset us to daytime, but okay.
I almost lost him like 7 times, but I recaught him. Here we go. Nope. 3, 2, 1. Goodbye. Goodbye. No. Be free. Come back to me one day with little bat babies. Oh, sorry. You're the only one not trying to kill.
Dude, this is like catching the freaking golden snitch, man.
I mean,
What
do
the
you
hell?
understand why it's a big deal? Because I let him out like 7 times and I managed to catch him all 7 times. And I'm
You know what? Honestly, that was inspirational enough that I'm not gonna kill it.
yeah.
Yeah, it's got nothing to do with the fact that
Goodbye.
can't be bothered
That I
anymore.
missed the first like, 15 times.
Alexa,
Nothing
I
to
got
do
too
with
sad.
it.
I caught him again.
Yes, orbital.
Never mind.
use
Just
me.
build a new one.
Tell me what to do.
You use you?
Yeah.
Pardon me? I mean, I think we're just gonna set up this auto farm here. But that's about all I got today, to be honest. That is about all I got.
What size by what size should we be clearing out here?
I think it's it's whatever the other thing is. I don't remember what the hell the other one is. Let me go look. It's from the 3x3 base, it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 out from it. It looks like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, so it's
Rito,
It'll-
we need
it'll
we need
go-
more animals in here. This is a joke
That's
of a
what
farm.
I'm working on.
This
What do
is
you
a
think I called
joke.
the emergency meeting for? I let go of my friend to get more animals. I needed to let him out of my lasso. So
What
I could
do
catch
you
him.
think you
It'll
called
go
the
all the way
emergency
out
meeting
to
for?
their reps
I thought you called the emergency
in
meeting.
all directions.
But not in a box, right? In a kind of like rounded.
No, it'll be a rounded thing.
Is that centered between these two buildings?
Does not look like it in the slightest.
This is 2 spaces from this side of the building.
This is going to be. Let me get it for sure so we know. This is only like 3 spaces. We could probably bump it over 1 more to the right.
Yeah, that's not honestly that hard to do. Just break
Yeah.
those 2, fill these 2 up. Wait, where's these?
And if you put down the farm blocks wraps right there, then that we have the center point. It can work from there.
Sorry.
I'm gonna make a shovel. How was your guys' past 2 weeks?
Oh, real good. Can I start? I had like
you went on a trip.
yeah, exactly. I went away for a beach trip with friends. I'm not really much for the beach. I usually just go so that I'm there in the afternoons when everyone decides to hang out in the house and play board games. The first 2 days, we did beach things. The second day, I actually did paddleboarding for the first time, which was good fun. Got sunburnt like the Dickens, and then it rained for the rest of the week, so we stayed inside playing board games, and it was a good time.
That sounds very nice.
Yeah, it was extremely relaxing and like re-energizing. I think like I found it obviously really relaxing at the time. I don't really put much investment into the idea of replenishment or rejuvenation, or like building your energy stores back up. But my first episode back afterwards, people were like, I can hear that you had a holiday. I could hear it in your voice, and I was like, oh, okay. More impactful than I thought.
That is good.
How about yourself?
Ooh.
Oh, Alexa, how about yourself?
What? No.
You said farm blocks. These are farm
Yeah.
blocks.
In the center.
Oh.
The stone brick goes. The stone brick will go on the layer you're standing on. So this will be stone brick, and then the farm blocks go in this 3x3 that you're doing, and then one on top of that as well. Yeah. And then they'll also have to go under, but we can do that in a second. My past 2 weeks was fine. Not a whole lot of, honestly, not a whole lot of anything really. I feel like I literally just promote the Sunday stream every week, but me and Orbital did a nice little. We planned for a bunch of people to show up to Sunday stream this week, and then nobody showed up except for me and Orbital. So we just sat and played games for 2 hours, the two of us, and it was a fantastic Sunday. I don't know if you.
Site is great.
Yeah, So that's gonna be one. We're gonna have to mess around and see if we can make that work. Just for something with the four of us in the future. But we got Steam Remote Play to work for a very old game from like 10 years ago, and it was hilariously good. So
Neat. What was the game?
it's called Hidden in Plain Sight.
Oh, right. Yeah, I've heard of it.
Yep. And it not amazing with 2 people, but when the 2 people were me and Orbital, it was pretty enjoyable. So,
It was real good fun.
because we both kind of just sucked the entire time, and it was good.
Speak for yourself.
Yeah. I'm sorry I could not make the Sunday stream. That was I think the day after I'd just returned, so I was getting back on top of my
Yeah.
backlog. But I'm keen to follow to any Sunday stream following.
Do I want to know?
Sorry, no, Rito
What,
just like
was
sucker
happening to
punched
me?
a horse, and it was just the most brutal
He was
sound.
standing on the fence. He needs to learn. I gotta
Brutal.
be the law. I've been too soft on all of you, even the horses. I'm the law, baby.
Do any of you got cobalt in your inventory?
I do, yeah, I have it all.
Okay, can I have like 1 piece of cobalt?
Yeah, since you asked nicely. Of course, yeah. I'll put it back in the. Oh, you're.
Yeah, into the thingy.
I'll put it back in the thingy.
Okay.
Just take it out. There should be stuff in the thingy. Oh no, maybe I've got it all. All right, it's fine.
No, the ore is sitting. It's processing.
Yeah. Oh.
But no, Hidden in Plain Sight, a lot of fun. We also played one of the world's worst card games of all time. It's called The Game, and it essentially was solely like the only purpose of the game. You have cards numbered 1 to 99 or 2 to 99, And then you have 2 cards that are labeled 1 and 2 cards that are labeled 100. And the 1s and the 100s are sitting down on the table when you start. So then each of you has a set of cards in your hand, and the goal is to just play all of the cards down. And you can play them on the 1, you can play them ascending. On the 100, you can play them descending. But you can never tell the other person that you're playing with, or people, you can play up to 5. You can never tell them what numbers you have in your hand.
Mm-hmm.
So you kind of have to just trust that they're not going to play a card or a number that you don't want them to play. And Orbital and I were doing like so well, and we were like, yeah, no way we can lose this now. And then I got really cocky and was like, Orbital, I'm like 100% confident that you have these 2 cards. He did not have those 2 cards, and we lost in the last 2 cards.
Yep.
It was not great. Yeah, it's the cooperative game.
Okay. Is
I
it like Hanabi,
have
but different.
played that before.
It was I mean, it was not cooperative in the fact that it was like Hanabi, but it had the same yelling at people aspect that Hanabi had, which I know, Rito, I think you might have seen a little bit of Hanabi.
Yeah, I've played it a lot. Too.
Oh, okay, cool.
I played a lot of Hanabi.
Great game.
One of the few games that is great, just as great 2-player, pretty much.
Yeah.
I've actually played I've played a version of that called The Mind, which only has 1 deck.
Yes.
But I actually love that game. It got so frustrating because we would have people that are like 14 and 20 because those 2 go down immediately. There's no one who's gonna have 15, 16, 17, 18, or 19.
Yeah.
And it just ends up in a perfect whirlwind of yelling and arguments.
Yeah, it's a little different because the Mind, and I it's been a little while since I've played it, but I believe the Mind, you're not allowed to talk at all, right?
Yes, not at all.
Yeah, you're allowed to talk in the game. You're allowed to say like, keep this row open for me, kind of things. And there's a component of it where you can, so say that somebody has, say that on the 100, so you're descending, someone plays 79. If someone has the 89, you can play the 89 on the 79 on the descending to jump the row back up to 89. But you can only do it if the numbers are exactly 10 apart. So sometimes you'll get, where you really, really want to jump a column back up so that you have significantly more wiggle room. But like the person that's playing has terrible cards in their hand that they really, really need to play on that row. So then it's kind of this constant fight between, do I ruin another row to ensure that we can bump this row back up, or do I just, not let you bump it back up, et cetera, et cetera. But it's like, it's an okay, it's a game that when you look at it, you're like, this should be terrible. Because it's completely luck driven. Like there's not really any skill involved in the game whatsoever. But for some reason it's a fun game to play. And I don't know why. Like I should hate everything about it with the games that I enjoy. But for some reason the game is fun.
Have you played it in person?
Yes, I own it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
That was basically
find...
Orbital and I sat down and we were just like, oh, what the hell do we play with 2 players? Because I had downloaded a bunch of games for 4 because I thought we had 4, and then it was just us, and I was like, well, this is interesting. So yeah, it was good.
How do you find the difference in the experience when playing the game online versus in person? Because at least for the Mind, because you can't talk, there's a lot of intense staring.
Yeah. I will actually say, with the game, I'm not sure there was really any difference for me. But when I was playing, because we played Hanabi not last week, but the week before, and it was me, Orbital, and Penta. We did significantly better at Hanabi playing online, the 3 of us, where 2 of them had never played the game before, than I ever do playing in person. So, weird, but sure. And it doesn't really make sense to me as to why that would be the case.
Because when you play it quite a bit, you kind of develop like if I say this, you have to understand that means this.
Yeah.
After you play it a handful of times.
Yeah.
confession, I've never played or seen Hanabi.
Okay, so I'll give you the quick and dirty for Hanabi,
Please do.
but I'm gonna give you the quick and dirty for Hanabi in the next episode of Wholesome Boys Minecraft.
Oh, is that my cue?
That is your cue.
Okay, I just wanted to absolutely clarify that, just to make sure that you weren't
I just
gonna,
wanted to make sure that segue wasn't as smooth as it was.
and that Alexa didn't, just take it out for himself. I mean, I was thinking that was going to be something that was going to happen. But you know what? It's all good. Thank you, everyone, for watching this episode of the Wholesome Boys Build a Brewery, almost. Go check out everyone's channel in the description down below. And yeah, we'll see you for the next episode of Fun Wholesome Boys.
See you then.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.